Here are two headlines. Not long to go. Pregnant Kate tenderly cradles her baby bump while wrapping up her royal duties ahead of maternity leave. And William confirms she's due any minute now. Versus, why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off her bump? Experts tackle the question that has got the nation talking. Is it pride, vanity, acting, or a new age bonding technique? Both of those headlines regarding the pregnancy bump of a member of the British royal family, both of those headlines appeared in the Mail. True or false on question one? Keith? Ava? Will? True or false on that? Okay. So now we move on to question two on the great Meghan versus Kate debate. Headline one, Kate's morning sickness cure, Prince William gifted with an avocado for pregnant Duchess. Headline number two, Meghan Markle's beloved avocado linked to human rights abuse and drought. Did both of those headlines, both involving a member of the British royal family and an avocado pear, did they both appear in the Express? True or false? So that's question number two. I'm going to have to hurry up, actually. Sorry, I'm doing too much theatre. Here's a good one. Carol wins Granny War. Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will spend second private Christmas with the Middleton family rather than joining the Queen at Sandringham. Versus, doesn't the Queen deserve better than this baffling festive absence? Richard Kay examines the impact of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision not to spend Christmas with the royal family. Two identical stories, albeit with different members of the royal family. Did both of those headlines appear in the Mail? True or false? Kate and Wills Incorporated. Duke and Duchess secretly set up companies to protect their brand just like the Beckhams. Versus, a right royal cash-in. How Prince Harry and Meghan Markle trademarked over 100 items from hoodies to socks 6 months before split with monarchy with new empire worth up to £400 million.
In the realm of digital connection, to a brand new this humble channel has gathered a community of 432 unique individuals, unmasking the narrative, each one spun a valued part of this growing digital family. Today, we're diving into the vastly different media coverage of two royal figures, Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of the curve and join us as we seek the truth behind the headlines. So without further ado, let's delve into the intriguing world of royal media coverage. Picture this, two royal women, both pregnant, both cradling their baby bumps. A simple, natural gesture, one might think. But in the world of British media, nothing is that simple. Let's delve into the tale of two pregnancies and a bias that's as clear as day. On one hand, we have Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge. When she was expecting, the press painted a picture of a loving mother-to-be, tenderly protecting her unborn child. Every time she was seen touching her belly, the world swooned. The headlines sang praises of her maternal instincts. But on the other hand, we have Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. When she did the same thing, the narrative was startlingly different. Suddenly, the media was awash with criticism. They called her vain and attention-seeking. They accused her of constantly flaunting her pregnancy. The same gesture, one of maternal love and anticipation, was interpreted in two starkly different ways. But why? One can't help but question the glaring disparity in how these two royal women were portrayed. Now let's talk about avocados. Yes, the humble, creamy fruit that's a staple in many a kitchen. But in the world of royal watching, even an avocado can become a point of contention. Imagine this. Kate Middleton, in the throes of morning sickness, eats avocados. The British media coos, calling it a cute morning sickness remedy. A picture of a glowing duchess indulging in a healthy snack. But flip the script. Meghan Markle, also battling morning sickness, reaches for the same fruit. Suddenly, the media narrative shifts dramatically. Avocados are no longer cute or healthy. They're tied to human rights abuses and drought. From an innocent fruit to a symbol of global issues, just like that. The same fruit, but a world of difference in interpretation. The stark difference between these two narratives raises an eyebrow or two, doesn't it? Christmas, a time for family, love and, apparently, media bias. It's a season that's supposed to bring out the best in us, but it seems to bring out the worst in the British media when it comes to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Let's rewind to a few Christmases ago. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, better known as William and Kate, decided to spend their Christmas away from the traditional royal gathering at Sandringham. The media's reaction? Utterly charmed. Headlines celebrated their decision to have a private family time. It was seen as a refreshing break from tradition, a modern couple carving out their own path. Fast forward to a similar decision made by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan. They too chose to spend Christmas away from Sandringham to have their own private family time. But this time, the media was less than charmed. Instead of celebrating their independence, headlines screamed betrayal. "How dare they snub the Queen?" they cried. The same decision, yet polar opposite responses. This isn't just about Christmas. It's about a pattern, a trend, a narrative being crafted by the media. It's about the same actions being interpreted in wildly different ways depending on who is doing them. It's about a double standard that's impossible to ignore once you see it. James O'Brien has laid it all out for us. He's shown us the stark differences in how these two royal couples are portrayed. He's shown us that it's not about what they do, but who they are. That's not fair and it's not right. So as we approach another Christmas, let's remember this. Let's remember that the media shapes narratives, and let's remember to question those narratives. Because the truth is rarely as simple as a headline. The same decision, yet polar opposite responses. The Christmas controversy is just another example of the media's double standards. But now that it's been exposed, we can start to change the narrative. Branding and trademarks, the stuff of business, and apparently media bias. In the world of the royals, even decisions as pragmatic as trademarking one's name can become a battlefield for media narratives and public perception. Consider this. When Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, William and Kate, decided to trademark their names, the media hailed it as a savvy move. They were protecting their brand, similar to what the Beckhams had done. It was seen as a sensible decision, one that shows an understanding of the modern world and its demands. But when Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, chose to do the same, the narrative took a drastically different turn. Instead of being praised for their business acumen, they were accused of cashing in on the royal name. Their trademarking decision was linked to an alleged empire worth hundreds of millions of pounds. The same business move, yet vastly different headlines. Wasn't it just a few years ago that the media was applauding Kate and William for doing the exact same thing? So why does this decision suddenly become a scandal when Meghan and Harry do it? Is it not the same strategic move aimed at protecting their brand, just like any other public figure would do? James O'Brien has done a remarkable job of laying bare these disparities in media portrayal. He's shown us how the same action by two different individuals can be spun into completely different stories, depending on who's doing it. It's a lesson in media ethics and an insight into how public opinion is swayed by the narratives that are fed to us. It forces us to question the headlines we read and the stories we consume. So the next time you see a royal headline, take a moment to think. What's the real story behind the words? Is it just another case of media bias, or is there more to it? The same business move, yet vastly different headlines. Let's take a moment to talk about flowers. Yes, you heard it right, flowers. In the grand scheme of royal affairs, even these delicate symbols of nature were not spared from the media's different treatment of Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle. When Kate chose her wedding flowers, they were described as nothing short of beautiful and elegant, a perfect reflection of the Duchess herself. On the other hand, Meghan's choice of blooms was met with an unexpected twist. Instead of focusing on their beauty or the sentiment behind her selection, the media found a way to spin it into a potential hazard, claiming they were life-threatening to Princess Charlotte. Imagine that, a bouquet of flowers turned into a weapon, all thanks to a skewed narrative. It's clear that even the smallest details are not immune to this bias. The same event, yet such different stories spun. Mental health, a topic of utmost importance and a subject of media bias. Our societal conversation around mental health is evolving, yet the media narrative concerning the royal family seems stuck in the past. When Prince William spoke up about mental health, he was hailed as a pioneer, breaking away from the stiff upper lip tradition. His openness was celebrated as a brave act of defiance against outdated norms. Contrast this with Meghan and Harry. When they shared their struggles, the media reaction was less than kind. They were criticised for oversharing and dismissed as whining. The same issue, yet such different media portrayals. These reactions reflect not just the bias in reporting, but also the power of the media in shaping public opinion. Let this be a reminder to take media narratives with a grain of salt. and to remember that everyone, regardless of their status, deserves empathy and understanding when dealing with mental health issues. The same issue, yet such different media portrayals. So, dear viewers, what have we learned today? We've traced the glaring double standards in the media's portrayal of Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle, from baby bumps to avocados, Christmas plans to trademarks, even down to wedding flowers. The bias is stark and undeniable. We've seen how narratives are crafted, reputations built or torn down. Remember, always question the narrative. And for more breakdowns of media bias, don't forget to subscribe to Celebrity Scoop. Thank you for watching.